Hi, this is Luna from HeatherMoonEnchantments.com, and today I'm doing my first video for YouTube, so bear with me. Friends and clients have asked me to do this, and finally I'm doing it, so here we go. Okay, the name is Luna Hacker. I have a website called HeatherMoonEnchantments.com. I have an Etsy shop called Luna H 1967 on Etsy.com, where I sell magically handcrafted items and also sell readings. I am a professional psychic and tarot reader, and I live in the Hudson Valley currently. I'm originally from the Bronx. Um, you may know me locally from being on the Woodman in the Morning show, which is a radio show on K104.7 FM, New York, Poughkeepsie, New York. It's really a lot of fun. I do readings on air, and I also am part of their cast of characters, and I'm there from time to time. You can check it out. It's a lot of fun. And also, I'm associated with Oceana from Oceana.com. She's my friend and spiritual sister. We have done Get Witchified together, which was a blog talk radio show, and currently we're doing Talking Spirit, which is a podcast, and literally it's what it sounds like. We're talking about spiritual things. It's raw and uncut. It's off the cuff, and you get to see us being kind of our silly, normal selves, and it's actually a lot of fun. There's a lot of interesting information that we talk about. So if you're interested, check that out as well. Okay, I am a professional psychic and tarot reader. I got my start reading runes. That was my first divination that I did professionally, and I loved it. Now I do mostly tarot. It seems like people always want their cards read. But I also am a bone reader. I throw bones, and it's exactly what it sounds like. I throw bones, and then I read from the bones the messages from spirit. I also read shells, and I read palms, and I read lace. So if you're ever interested in a reading in person, you can always come to Ambrielle Song in New Windsor, New York, or I suggest you make an appointment first if you want to see me. She has some other readers there, but if you want to see me, please make an appointment. And I'm there from time to time doing readings. I also do readings over the phone and via Skype. And you can find that information out on my website, HeatherMoonEnchantments.com, or you can also find it on the Etsy.com site Luna H 1967, as I have some things up there as well. Okay, I guess I'll talk a little bit about like how I got into all of this kind of stuff. When I was a little girl, I did see spirit, and it was sort of strange. I didn't understand it too well. As I grew up, I started to get more comfortable with it, but I never really spoke too much about it. Our family kept it very quiet. My mom saw spirit as well, and so did my dad. And my dad was a tea leaf reader, but he never really told people about it. It was something he did for just like privately. My mom always saw the dead. It's, one of these crazy things that, I thought everybody did, but she did. And, but we just didn't talk about it. Back, in the 70s, in the 80s, no one really talked about this kind of stuff publicly. It was something that you kind of kept within the family. And my mom would dream of the dead. She always knew when someone was about to pass, even before they did, unfortunately. So that's how my beginnings are. As I grew in I always studied spirituality and religion. I was very attracted to Buddhism and Eastern religion as a younger person. And then I got more into witchcraft and Santeria, which I studied for quite some time, European witchcraft and Wicca as well. I'm very interested in African traditional religions such as Voodoo, and I right now study and practice an ATR, which is an African traditional religion, and it's very interesting. I also practice hoodoo and conjure, or root work, which is more of an African American tradition, and it's this amazing tradition in that I've been lucky enough to learn a lot about, and it's something that I love. So when I do magical practicing, like if somebody needs love work, a lot of times I will use conjure for that, which would be like doing a honey jar or a poppet or something like that, in which people do come to me for consultations for. I do spiritual consultations for that kinds of stuff. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. It's kind of fun. I am a Cancerian, so that makes me a water sign. I consider myself, I guess I consider myself sort of a spiritualist to a degree, but I guess you would say I am someone who is passionate about spirit. I love everything about spirit, whether it be religion or just spiritual things. I love to read about the angels. I love to read about, anything practical about magical information. I can't get enough of it. I will read biographies about magical practitioners, things, famous people, and my real passion, which a lot of you who know me will know that I love anything about UFOs, ancient aliens, and that kind of stuff. Totally into that. Totally believe in it, and things like that. Um, let's see. I love crystals. I studied crystals. I've studied astrology, shamanism, and other magical pathways. Let's see. There's a lot more I can talk about. I don't want to like sit here. It's a little bit hard to think right now. When you're doing it off the cuff, it's not as easy as it looks. But the main reason that I wanted to do this video was kind of to do like a little introduction about myself. So let's see. I told you I was a Cancerian, and I live with my husband and my little daughter in the Hudson Valley with my dog and my cat and my 4 birds and my hamster. I come from a spiritual background. I was raised Catholic. I still practice Catholicism, and I believe in Jesus Christ. And a lot of people, I was a practicing pagan for quite some time, but I've never given up on Jesus. I really believe this is what I really believe, honestly, is that it doesn't matter what religion you are, it matters who you are inside. Because God is to me, is this great spirit, this unknown spirit that we can only just barely contemplate in this human life. And I believe that all of us, no matter what our differences are of God and from God and have God within us and that spiritual light of divine and divinity within us. And that makes us all equal and special. And from that, I believe, is where I find my passion about spirituality. Because I don't think we should be divided about what we don't agree with. Like, if you don't agree with someone who's Christian, or you don't agree with someone who's pagan, it shouldn't be about divisions. It should be about common ground. The fact that it's about love and understanding and getting to know one another better on the short time that we're here on this planet. So, that's where I come from. As a tarot reader, I like to just, connect with spirit and try to get the information from, divine source to come across to the people that I'm reading so that they get it for their highest good and the clearest messages that they can get. And, I do medium work. It's not something that I really like to do often. A lot of times what happens is when I'm doing a reading, spirit will come in. But when I do regular medium work, when I'm just doing mediumship, at this time anyway in my life, it's something that I'm not really as interested in. It does happen, but I'm kind of like, I'm so overwhelmed with spirit at times I just want to kind of push it back a little bit and just do what I need to do at that moment. Anything else about me? Let's see. I love crystals. Being a Cancerian, I love to collect things. So I have a large collection of crystals. Right now, I have part of my room covered because I've been crafting, so I have a bit of a mess behind me. But this is also a space that I do my altar work in, and I will show you those eventually in other videos, some of my altars. I will make other videos. If you want to put some topics up, we can talk about crystals, which is a passion. We can talk if you want to ask me questions about anything spiritual, really, I'm up for it. If I have the answer, I'll give it to you. If not, I'll try to find it for you, or at least put you on the path to where you can find it. If you're interested in a reading, you can contact me. My email is luna@heathermoonenchantments.com, and you can shoot me a message, and we can talk. Well, anyway, it was very nice, and I hope to. Oh, I'm waving it the wrong way. I hope to do this again soon. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.